Okay, there we are. Okay, we're here. We're back. This is week 6 for those of you that are keeping track. And lab 3, experiment 4. So today we're on lab 3, experiment 4, and this should be about week 6. Okay. In my world, it's week 1, but you'll be doing it in week 6 or sometime before that. That's fine. These I'll stay ahead on these labs so that you can do them, as soon as you can do them. And that's better. And that way, if you run into obstacles, you have time to sort them out. But this week, for sure, today is October the 9th. You need to be working on experiment 1. And honestly, there is no experiment 1. There is no experiment in 1. There's a little lecture about references and DEA numbers, but there really is no video to make or turn in. There's no Dropbox. If you look in the modules, you can see a Dropbox, and that's where you want to upload your videos that you turn in for submission for your competencies. Okay, so today we're going to do lab 3, experiment 4, and we need for that a liquid container. This would be a liquid container. Okay, we need a container label. Okay, I have a feeling I'm going to run out of labels. I'll probably just go to the stationery store and get some Avery labels. We want to make sure we label everything, and I'm not sure they gave us enough. But anyway, labels. A 100 mil graduated cylinder. We introduced you to that earlier. 100 mil graduated cylinder. 25 mLs of cherry syrup. From this bottle, we will measure 25 mLs of cherry syrup. Okay. Pipette. There's a pipette and a pipette bulb. Okay. And that's all we need. It's a very simple lab today. All we are going to do is measure a given volume of solution into a container and label it. But we want to demonstrate pouring and adjusting with the pipette and doing a meniscus. And honestly, in practice, adjusting with the pipette is probably a little more sophisticated than most people ever get, but we'll demonstrate it. And you're going to need, there's no mention of it anywhere, but you're going to need a cup of some kind. It could be anything, really. I'm going to use this dose cup because they're disposable. But you can literally use anything because it's just a place to put the excess syrup that you may have in your pipette when you squirt it out. So that's all that's about. Okay, so let's get started. Does that do what we need to do? Yeah, okay, so what we are going to do is, of course, wash our hands. Okay, so here's our imaginary laboratory sink. We're washing our hands. Aseptic hand washing. Okay, do a good job of that. And then don gloves. Something happened to my blue gloves, but we have plenty of green gloves. So I'm going to use them. There we go. And there we go. Okay, and we're going to put, the lab instructions say 23 mL. The point is, we're going to put at least 20 mLs into the graduate cylinder, and then we're going to adjust it. Okay, that 23 mLs is not critical. Okay. Syrup, you'll notice, tends to be thick. Okay. And it doesn't pour like like elixirs or water does. These marks on this graduated cylinder are not, okay, that's better. So there we have it. There's at least 20 milliliters of cherry syrup in the graduated cylinder. Okay. They make a point that this is a good time to wait a little bit. Some of this stuff sticks to the sides. Now, if it's going to stay stuck, no harm, no foul, okay? But if it's running down, you need to let it run down so that you get an accurate measurement. And then you measure by checking the meniscus. You want to hold it at eye level. You want to look at the top of the solution. Notice that it curves, and you want to read the bottom of the curve. Okay, so don't read the edges. Read the bottom of the curve. So there we go. All right, and we're above 20, like we expected to be. So we're going to use our pipette, and we're going to remove some. Squeeze the air out. Insert the end under the fluid level and pull some up till you get down to the 20 ml mark. That's good. That's good. And then just dispose of that wherever you have to dispose of it. This cup works fine, and we got 1,000 of them, so I'm not going to bother washing them. I'm going to throw it away. Okay. So there's our 20 milliliters. We've measured 20 milliliters. Again, read the meniscus at the bottom. The top of the solution curves slightly against the walls because it adheres. It's a property called adhesion, and it adheres to the side of the wall. So it kind of curves up the side of the walls, and that's not what you want to read. You want to read where the bottom of the curve meets the graduations. Okay. All right. And then put it into a bottle. Pour slowly, give it a chance to all run in. I'm going to try to be as accurate as it can. I want to get that. I see one drop close. There it is. Okay, it's down. Okay, good, 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 good. Lid. Okay. Label. There we go. Cherry syrup. $20 ml today, whatever your date is. My date right now is October 9th. And put your name on it. Peel the wax paper, whatever it is, off the back. If the lid's nice and tight, you might want to lay it down. It's easier to get the label straight if you do that. The label on there. Okay, and there. Okay, there's our preparation. That's simple enough. There's nothing nothing terribly difficult about it, and that should and that concludes experience 4 lab 3, which is half of our assignment for week 6. So we've done that, And there's another one this week. As you can see, that was real short. So there's another one, and that'll be posted here in a few minutes. Okay, over and out.